So the winter features get underway here at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth on Saturday the 6th of April. We look forward to welcoming you to HQ for some more feature races coming your way, and over the coming months we can expect perhaps a little bit better than the norm of what you expect from the winter series, because if you consider that it used to be isolated for 3-year-olds only, and the progression those 3-year-olds made over the years into the big lots and the big feature races, Pocket Power, African Night Sky and Katak, now with the older horses involved, is embarrassment of riches all the way around. On the 9-race program, though, this coming Saturday, looking forward to taking you through it all. Just a small favour that I've got to ask of you. If you don't mind liking and subscribing to the Cape Racing channel. Make some suggestions to us. Tell us what you think we can do, who we can reach out to, who we can interview, and perhaps the previews that we can tip you a few more winners in. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Right, so race number 1 on the card gets underway at 12:20. Not part of the exotics. A lot of interestingly bred first-timers in this race, and if you catch up with Perfectly Placed, which will also be on this channel, you'll be able to hear from Vaughan Marshall among other trainers. I think Vaughan has got a good chance of winning race number 1 on the card with number 4 White Waters for the Gulf Racing Club syndicate, nominee Kurt Felix, along with a few others: Rainier Breitenbach, Mr. Dutoy, Mr. Felix, Mr. Grant, Sean Singleton, Gemma Breitenbach, and the Boone family as well. Bernard Verherb takes the ride. The first run to Dark Winter was very pleasing indeed, weighing in at 488 kilograms on debut, so she's obviously quite a bulky daughter of her up this 2-year-old, but she put up a lovely performance. Form line has been franked, and she should kick on with a natural improvement under the belt. There are a few horses that make some appeal as well. 7 Kinda Wonderful is well bred. She put up a nice debut behind Sahara Cat. I think number 9 Hunga Tonga is going to run quite nicely, and also number 12 Sheets and Goggles. So all those horses have good credentials according to the numbers, although not many numbers, but the numbers they bring into the opener on the card. I think the most appealing first-timers from Justin Snaith's yard, number 15, One Giant Leap, a daughter of One World. Another one for him on Thursday at the Vaal. Let's go on to race number 2, and that will be the start of the bipot. That gets underway at 5-1. I think this is quite a shallow maiden, and it doesn't sound like there's too much confidence coming out of any quarters, so I think it's with number 3, Mauritius Kestrel, the horse they all need to beat, touched off by the shortest of short heads by Miss Argonaut last time out. Louis Otwa back on board for Brett Crawford. I think everything's just in the son of Vercingetorix's favour. He's related to some very well-performed horses, and I think that he is just a winner in waiting. His biggest danger could be the first time at number 7, Happy Days, son of One World, in the colours of the Trooters. Bernard Verherb and Vaughan Marshall team up again. Watch the market on him, but he will have to be of a certain amount of ability, I think, to turn over number 3, Mauritius Kestrel. Then we go on to race number 3, the first leg of the place accumulator at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. 1:30 is off time, and many are suggesting that this is the banker in the place accumulator in bipot, number 10, Cliff Swallow. He was desperately unlucky at his last stop when the winner, Whistles on Fire, just shifted out onto the path and compromised the momentum of number 10, Cliff Swallow. He's back over the same course and distance. I think he'll be probably more effective over 400 metres further than this, but he's got the right credentials. He's getting better, stronger, closer with each and every start. Louis Otwa and Brett Crawford yet again, and I personally will be disappointed if he weren't to go very, very close indeed. Interesting horses. Number 4, Approach Shot, looks held by the first choice, Cliff Swallow, and 5, Prince of Tibet, trying to work out why he's gone back to 1200 metres, because I think that he's not too far away from winning either, but I think that his winning turn might come around the turn. Who knows? Pete Steyn is the trainer there. Race number 4, first leg of the pick 6, runs at 2:05. Now this is the Cape Turf Club Syndicate Open Maiden over 1600 metres. I stress the word open in this maiden ranks, and I think there are quite a few in here that have a chance. My top choice is number 9, King of Numbers, the son of Royal Mo. Grant Fanica rides for Justin Snaith. There was quite a lot of positive talk about his chances going into his last run behind Hoodia. I think that race is a much, much stronger maiden than what he faces today. He's also a very big boy, weighs in over 500 kilos at his last 2 starts, and I think the extra 200 metres is bound to suit him nicely. It's his first run over a mile. He still seemed a little bit soft, a little bit backwards in his last run, but he came out of that not being disgraced behind Hoodia. Even his penultimate start behind In the Bag shines him in a pretty positive light, and I think with 57.5 kilos on his back, he's going to give a very good account of himself. Other dangers include number 5, Etoile Ferlantu, can't be far away, 61 kilos to shoulder under Bernard Verherb. Yes, McLaughlin is the trainer. Number 10, Tsunami, winning, better run last time. You'll need to confirm that, but he's definitely upwardly mobile. 12, Vigugolets, who's also got the credentials to go close, but I think the value definitely lies with King of Numbers in the opening leg of the pick 6, but you might want to load up there. Race number 5, this is the Country Championship Class 4, and they go 1,400 metres. I've narrowed this down to just a handful of horses, with top choice being Oliver. You'll know Oliver quite well. Very unlucky loser at his penultimate start behind Big Unit, who he reopposes. He comes in here much better weighted with Big Unit, plus Big Unit is also drawn deep, whereas Oliver's going to have less complications from draw 5 out of 11. Aldo de Meyer takes a ride for Adam Marcus. Don't read anything into the fact that Corne Alpha has jumped onto Hoodia. He's obliged to ride for Platinum Racing. Hoodia's got a good chance, by the way, because I thought he won well enough coming out of the maidens, and I think that he's progressive, especially as he steps up with life and in distance, and also the yards and cracking form. But I think Oliver, he deserves it a little bit more. I think he's more ready to win. He's given hints that a win's just around the corner. Genuine? Don't know if he's all that genuine, to be fair, but maybe Aldo de Meyer can just get that last little breath out of Oliver, and he can get his head in front in race number 5, the first leg of Jackpot 1. 6 Hoodia, 8 Bardolino, 10 Slurricane, all horses that get into the picture as well. Then we move on to the first of the features, race number 6, the listed Sweet Chestnut Stakes over 1,400 metres, and I must confess, tearing my hair out over this race, because I think there's a complexity in terms of distance and who's going to be best suited to 1,400 metres. For example, we've got Summer Lily, who ran an absolute ripper in the Schweppes Cape Oaks last time behind Rainbow Laura Keat, when I don't think the race was run to suit her, but I don't think the race was run to suit anyone. I think there was a bit of a false pace in the Cape Oaks on Splash Out Cape Derby Day, but now she's back to 1,400 metres, so not too sure how to read that. I make her my top choice, but with no real degree of conviction. Then we get the likes of number 1, Princess Izzy, who looks well set up in these types of races, but is held by number 4, Summer Lily. But again, was the race run to suit last time? Probably not. Definitely not is the answer. Then number 3, Kyle Army Girl. There's positive talk coming out of the camp with number 3, Kyle Army Girl, but she tries this trip for the first time, and I suppose that remains a query until she proves herself over 1,400 metres. So number 3, Kyle Army Girl, another one to be interested in. 7, My Flower Fate won't be far away. 8, Siddeley, another horse to respect. But I think if the race goes right for number 4, Summer Lily, then she will be a very, very hard horse to beat. If it goes wrong, she could be completely unsighted. Then we go on to the big one on the day, and I think this looks banking material. Rascallion, doesn't he? Variety Club Mile, over 1,600 metres, the first leg of the winter features. Obviously, from there we go into the Legal Eagle Stakes, and then finally into the Pocket Power Stakes at the end of May. And in this race, we've got Rascallion. Now, Vaughan Marshall is apparently not taking a string to Durban this winter, so Rascallion hangs back. What are the races for him? Easily the first 2 legs of the winter series. Perhaps the 2-4 might be a little bit of a stretch for him, but I'm sure there's a good path that Vaughan Marshall's plotted for the son of Verse and Guessrix. This is a horse that was whispered to be in with a chance for the Hollywood Bets Durban July last season. He probably ran a trifle disappointing. I think the demons that he has in his head have probably been ironed out, because he used to go down with the lead horse, he used to go down very, very early, well ahead of the others. He did that on July Day last year. But coming back to Cape Town, he looks a lot more comfortable. His run to double superlative in the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, although it had a lot to do with the ride that Bernard Feder gave him, was out of the top draw, was very shrewdly ridden by Bernard. You'd probably argue that 1,600 metres is a little bit short of his absolute optimum, but over 1,600 metres, he once ran less than 5 lengths to see it again, therefore not far behind Charles Dickens, who of course won the Lomarock Kings Plate and proved himself as the best miler in South Africa so far this season. So 5 Rascallion, all points to him. If he has an off day, then I suppose any one of them can pick up the pieces, but you can't expect him to have an off day. Off days are rare with Rascallion. Is he an out-and-out grade 1 weight for age horse? Maybe not, probably not, but at this level he ought to be well above the others. Then we go on to race number 8 on the card, and this is the Taking the Reins Class 3, and this will be over 1,200 metres. Having a tough time splitting them, but I think the value might allow with number 5, Benjamin, under Joshua Solomon's for Candice Bass Robinson. The ratings come down gradually, another pound to a 79. You think that he ran the Cape Merchants, the Greater Cape Merchants, the 3rd meeting of the Cape Summer Festival. He didn't disgrace himself. He looked out of place there. Off his rating of an 80, taking on horses rated 120 and thereabouts. But he still ran 5 1/4 lengths behind Cosmic Highway, in there with the likes of Countdown and other top sprinters here in the Cape. And Benjamin actually put up a very good performance. His 2 runs since might have been a little bit disappointed, because perhaps more would have been expected of him, having run with better company at his anti-penultimate start. But I think off a light weight, he's dangerous. Win? Don't know, but top 4 without doubt. There's your quartet moneymaker in the penultimate race on the card with number 5, Benjamin. Bit of talk for number 11, Gimme Lightning. He's got to have a chance. Grant Van Niekerk up for Justin Snape, 12, all about Al. Also got to have a chance. But for me, Benjamin makes a lot of appeal. I think he represents the value in the race. And then on to the 9th and last race. This is the Hollywood Bets Bright Future, Class 5 over 1,200 metres. And I like number 3, Seeking Peace. I did a lot of homework with his daughter of What a Winter. Grant Van Niekerk's not ridden her before. And if you think back to Grant Van Niekerk riding for Mark Stewart, he tends to get a tune out of Mark Stewart's horses. Mark's having a good run of form. Winner here on Tuesday with Rama Fakes, a few others. Paul Tavar punching above her weight over the last few months as well. Seeking Peace, narrow winner last time over Beneath the Moon. Beneath the Moon has got the edge at the weights, but I think that's the confidence boost that she needed. And I think that Grant Van Niekerk is going to suit this daughter of What a Winter. So number 3, Seeking Peace, in an open race, taking the filly, the mare these days, to beat the boys. And that is how I see the 9-race program. Really looking forward to calling them home on Saturday here at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. And if you are in Cape Town and you want to enjoy a feast of racing, because there will be plenty to consume, I invite you to Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. Come and join us here in the Pocket Power Room. It's a great place to race. See you then. Goodbye.